Cinema.
Welcome back to War with Cinema. I'm your host, Greg, your local metalhead, and with me is...
Part of the Collector. What's up, everybody?
And you gave me...
Last Man Standing.
Bruce Willis, 1996.
Not that shitty TV show with Tim Allen. The movie.
Yeah. I realized that. I typed in Last Man Standing, and
I'm sure that's the first thing that popped up.
Tim Allen everywhere. I was like, oh, let me do a little bit more detailed search. Director Walter Hill, which has done quite a bit. This dude has a resume.
Does he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'd pick only winners.
Oh, yeah? He did 48 Hours.
Fuck yeah, I love that movie.
Aliens, well, 3, but... The Warriors, you remember that?
Yeah, I like the Warriors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's done quite a bit of movies, so...
Damn.
And Bruce Dern, Christopher Walken.
A lot of good people in this one.
Quite a bit of people in this movie.
Yeah. Bruce?
So, you gave me this fucking gangster western noir fucking mishmash.
It's got everything you could want in a movie.
Everything but fucking compelling dialogue.
You don't watch a movie like that for the dialogue. You watch it because he's shooting shit up.
80% of this movie is fucking dialogue.
Is it?
Yeah.
Nah. There's a lot of gunplay.
There is a lot of gunplay, which is...
I just love the Bruce Willis narration. Like, I want Bruce Willis to narrate my life.
Okay, so this movie is kind of simple. There's a drifter gunslinger guy that comes through this town that's run by two fucking gangs that are at war with each other. One gang hires him to take out the other gang, and then the other gang tries to pay him more money to take out the other gang, and then last man standing, everyone kills each other, and end of movie.
Yeah, there's a love interest that you're missing out on.
Dude, what's his deal with all his, like, if it's a female, he fucking just lets it slide. He has a thing for females, which, I mean, I don't blame him, but...
Yeah. He whacked that whole house of Italian dudes, like, or maybe it's the Irish guys. I think it's the Irish guys. Maybe I don't remember. But he goes in there and he's like, "They didn't call." Pop, 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 pop. It just like blows them all away. I love that shit. That's at the end.
Yeah, I don't even know where to begin. Well, let's begin at the beginning. So, the first like 5 minutes of the movie. So Bruce Willis pulls into this town and he's looking at a woman that's crossing the street, and this like group of guys comes out of nowhere.
They got the lurch dude with them,
right? And they're like, "Nobody eyeballs so and so." I can't keep track of anybody's name in this movie, so
Doyle.
Yeah, nobody eyeballs Doyle's woman like that. They break his windshield, flatten his tire, and then walk away.
Just to let you know, they're toughs.
And so he walks into a local bar where this guy is there and trying to give some exposition about the whole town or whatever. So he drinks a glass of whiskey out of a dirty glass, puts on his gun holster, and then goes. And then what'd he say? He had a like.
See those men that broke my windshield? Yeah, I'm gonna go kill
them. Something like that. No, when he got to where all the gangsters were, he's like, "So and so hired us," and he's like, "Well, he hired a bunch of idiots," and bang, 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 and then took them all out. I wanted the movie to end right there. That was like a movie. That was a nice little short story. That was a cool little short story. I liked it. But the funny thing is that was a very artsy way of doing things. Right. And then after that, it kind of changes pace. It goes to like a normal, it feels like a Western.
Yeah.
But they're dressed in the 1930s prohibition gangster stuff. So,
yeah,
and then it just has
the
this
Italian mob and it's the Irish mob, I guess you would
Polish.
Call them. Polish Doyle?
Well, there's Polish in there somewhere because they say Polak. And I remember my wife's like, "What is a Polak?" And then I realized that that's kind of gone by the wayside of insults. I'm like, it's slang. I mean, not slang, but derogatory for Polish people.
Yeah. But, well, yeah, maybe. But yeah, it's the Doyle, and then I forget the Italian guy's name. But they're like, supposedly this town is like, it's a good way to get shit in and out of Mexico. Like, it's one of those border towns.
Yeah.
Because I think they're in Texas, West Texas. Mm-hmm. But I love this movie.
Yeah.
I saw it when I was young. It was probably like one of the first rated R movies I ever watched.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you seen it since then?
Yeah. I own it. I gave it to you.
I didn't.
I probably ain't watched it in like 3 or 4 years.
I didn't like hate the movie. I like the acting was fine. I think some people did a good job in the acting. I like the style. It has that like really noir feel, which is not my thing, but they did a good job.
You know what I picked up on the last time I watched it was the fact that it was almost like they ran out of money for Christopher Walken. Like he was supposed to be in the movie a lot more, but they're like, wait till Mickey gets back, or I think that's his name, something like that. They're like, wait till Mickey gets back.
They talk about him more than
half the fucking movie, and then he shows up and he's just like, yeah, I'm Mickey. Yeah, but that's I don't know.
Icky.
Or no, Iggy?
Hickey. Hicky.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Hickey. He does a great job. Like Christopher Walken like kills it in this fucking movie. He was my favorite part.
If I die, it's gonna be in Brooklyn. Not out here.
I did have to say you gave me like a cult film because this movie cost $67 million to make and it made like $7 million.
Holy fuck, for real?
Yeah, it was a kind of a flop, but it has a huge cult following apparently.
Yeah, I mean, because they do a lot of gunshots and shit, like, but it's great.
Yeah, so congratulations, you gave me a cult film, not some like off the wall blockbuster.
You can't say that the gun shootouts and shit weren't good though. Like,
they are pretty great, but next time you watch it, watch Bruce Willis's face. Fucking my wife noticed it. It's the face he made. She's like, pause it. Go back 20 seconds. Watch his face. And the dude's making pufferfish face the whole time, and it's fucking hilarious.
I don't know, maybe the powder, the smoke or something.
I don't know.
Like, that's just gonna make my eyes
But
hurt.
the next time you watch it, you gotta watch him when he takes his gunshots. Yes, there's a lot of gunshot in this movie. That's why the next movie I'm giving you kind of ties into this, because I was trying to think like, what can I retaliate this movie with? And then I'm like, I got it.
Yeah, you know I'm all about a good gun shootout, man.
I couldn't remember if you said you watched it or not, but we're gonna rewatch it anyway. So, the thing that I really hated though was the fucking dialogue. Like the dialogue was so dry and poorly delivered that I got so bored at times, and it was hard to follow. Like they talk about so many characters, it's hard to remember who they're even talking about. It's like going in a Game of Thrones in the middle of us and a season and then expecting to know who the fuck they're talking about.
But people don't watch Game of Thrones.
There's a lot of people that watch Game of Thrones.
Not anymore. I watched the show, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've super cutted all 10 seasons of it, and I gotta tell you, not impressed. But Last Man Standing, great fucking movie.
I don't know. I don't hate it, but I'll never watch this movie again.
Never?
No.
Oh, man. But you don't love Bruce Willis like I do.
I was going to say this, and this is going to be kind of controversial. I don't think I like Bruce Willis.
Yeah, I mean, the signs were pointing to it.
Yeah, I love the movies that he's in, but I think this one was the nail in the coffin where I'm like, I don't think I like Bruce Willis, which is kind of disheartening.
Because, I mean, you like the ones that, like, everybody likes. They're universally loved.
Right.
Die Hard, shit like that. But, like...
But just like I love Pulp Fiction, but it's not because of Bruce Willis. No, I do love The Fifth Element, but I love the story, the sci-fi,
I love The Fifth Element. It's probably like my second favorite Bruce Willis movie.
But if you could I feel like you could change Bruce Willis out for another action star and get the same reaction from
Him
The
with
Fifth
bleach
Element.
blonde hair, you be quiet. He's great in that movie.
This was actually supposed to be a sci-fi film.
Really?
Yeah, but the director decided railed against it.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah. This was actually like an adaptation of a book or of a movie that was based off of a book. Yohimbo, 1961. This movie was based off of it, and Yohimbo was based off a book, Red Harvest, that was written back in 1927, so that was pretty cool.
Huh. Yeah, whatchamacallit, the bartender's great. He takes a couple lumps for old Brucey.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he has a name. Smith. That's what he calls himself. Smith.
I don't remember. Yeah, probably. Yeah. No, Bruce Willis calls himself. He's like, you got a name? He's like, Smith. Yeah. John Smith. Because he's just a drifter nobody.
Right. And them guns, though.
Yes, there was a lot of shootout in this movie, which is why next we're going to be doing...
Shoot 'em up.
Shoot 'em up. Have you seen this?
It's been a while.
It's been a while? Well, originally, I'm like, man, there's a lot of shooting in this movie. I got to do shoot 'em up. But then I was like, no, I don't. I like the noir feel to it, so I was going to give you Road to Redemption, and then the last shootout came, and I'm like, no, definitely shoot 'em up.
Road to Redemption.
Mm-hmm. Tom Hanks.
That's Road to Perdition.
Road to Perdition.
That's a fucking amazing movie.
That's the one I was going to give you, but
I love
the
that
shootout.
Movie. Shoot 'em up.
Gave me Shoot 'em up, so.
Yeah.
I don't know, there's not a whole lot to say about this movie.
Yeah, it's really just like a run-of-the-mill gangster shoot 'em up movie.
Yeah.
And like if you love Bruce Willis, you'll love this movie.
No, definitely. Like
He narrates the fucking thing.
I've noticed hardcore Bruce Willis fans love this fucking movie. They're like, it's underrated, da 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 da. But me, I'm not a Bruce Willis fan, so I don't like this movie that much.
I remember my dad showed me this movie. He was like so excited about it. He was like, "This movie's really good. Mm-hmm. This is one of Bruce's best."
That's what everyone keeps saying. It's like,
what year was this movie made?
96.
96? All right, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. This was when he was at like near his peak.
Yeah. Right after it.
What's funny is my dad has access to my Vudu account, and he'll like randomly buy movies, and I seen this one pop up on there, and I'm like, I don't know about this one, Dad. So I never got around to watching it, and then you gave it to me, so that was pretty funny.
He cut his eye open with that fucking machete so he could see.
Yeah.
Oh man, I think it's kind of badass.
I was telling my wife, I think I need to rewatch it.
What's his name? Judd Apatow's wife plays a hooker in that movie.
She does.
He like uses her as a human shield while he's getting his gun. Or no, he's still banging her or something.
He's banging her, and then the hitman come in to like take him out,
blows
and then
them away.
Him and his fucking guns. And she gets up hysterically, and he like slams her against the wall to like
shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I remember that.
No, there was one shootout scene where he shoots the guy and then grabs onto him, and his buddy just keeps shooting his friend because Bruce Willis is using him as a shield. I'm like, you're just going to keep shooting him, even though you're not hitting Bruce Willis at all. You're just going to keep shooting your friend.
Well, maybe he was hoping they were getting through.
Yeah, maybe.
You know? They're fucking him up, but they're fucking you up too.
That's one thing that bothers me about body shields is like some of those got to go through the body. Like, especially at close range.
Well, an old-timey movie like that, there's a good chance that it would work. But, like, now with, like, hollow tips and shit,
yeah.
Fuck no.
Yeah,
Cop killer bullets and shit? No fucking way.
True.
That shit will go through you, that person, and then the wall behind you. They'll have to dig that bitch out. Like, yeah. Bullets now are crazy. But, yeah, in that time period, yeah, like, that would work. And it looks cool.
Yeah, I guess.
So you didn't you didn't love it, but you didn't hate it either, huh?
It's just the dialogue bored the shit out of me. It was poorly delivered and dry and hard to follow.
I don't remember it being a lot of like downtime. I thought a lot of it was the shooting and shit.
You would think, but those are like the highlights of the movie. Like, there's a good 5 minutes shootout at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
But near the beginning, middle, there's just a lot of dialogue. Because they have to talk about the gangs and they have to talk about the Mexican trade and stuff like that.
That parts didn't bother me because, you know, I'm into that kind of shit. But, like, I kind of didn't give a fuck about the woman.
Yeah.
Like, just
that's the thing. All the women were, like, shoehorned in so he would care about to have some kind of, like, redeeming quality. And it just kind of fell flat to me.
He was just trying to, like, help her get away, right? Like, her and her daughter or something.
Yeah. Yeah, he kind of, like, fell in love with her. Whatever. It just...
You get to see her naked, though. She's bad. But, yeah, that kind of, like, I didn't really like that part, but, like, it set up good shit, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not, like, my favorite movie of all time, but I liked it. So.
Yeah, I have those movies, too, where it's not my favorite movie in the world, but I enjoy it.
Right.
This is not a great movie.
Right.
But it's a good time.
Yeah, what
So-
I remember of it, it's not the greatest. But like, if you're into guns, you're gonna like that.
Oh yeah.
But there's a lot of movies like that I like. That just shoot shit up for no fucking reason. Predator's like one of the all-time just shooting shit for no reason movies.
You ever rewatch that and realize like how long it takes to get to Predator?
Oh, to actually seeing the fucking thing?
Yeah.
Like the whole movie.
I know.
You just hear from the fucking, heat vision
Right.
and like the outline or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying it takes forever to get to that like scene of him and Arnold.
For some reason, it's still fucking great though.
No, it's one of the greatest movies ever.
I think that's my problem. Like I grew up, in the 90s, and then like my dad loved 80s action movies, so like that's all we watched. And like probably leading up into like in my teenage years, like that's all we watched was fucking action movies.
That makes sense. I mean, my dad and I did too, but my dad's also like into weird sci-fi movies, so
Yeah, my dad didn't even give a fuck about Star Wars. Like,
Yeah.
like we never watched anything other than action shit. He liked a couple of dramas like Tequila Sunrise and shit like that, but I don't know. He just was a fucking action movie guy.
yeah.
That's what he does.
Yep. I grew up with a lot of action movies too. That's why I love so many action movies. Like Demolition Man is still one of my favorite tough guy movies.
It's a good movie.
Love Demolition Man.
It's one of Stallone's better ones.
Yeah. Him and Wesley Snipes.
Oh yeah, I love Wesley. He's great and everything.
Mm-hmm.
He's a very underrated actor, I think.
Thank you.
I think
Yes, I've been saying that for years and nobody seems to listen.
some of those Blade movies got out of hand, but like
They did, but
they weren't bad because of him.
mm-hmm.
I think it was, well, for one, the second was killed by shit CGI.
Yeah.
Like some of that shit you go back and watch now, it's like Spider-Man 3 shit. You're
Yeah.
like, damn.
It is bad, but it's just if you can let that go and just have fun with it, kind of like Underworld. Like Underworld's not great, but you can have fun with it. It's a good time.
I think they had prosthetics and shit too, didn't
sure.
they? But yeah, I think it was like you said a couple episodes ago. It's like you got to have a perfect mixture.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go CGI and animatronic. And Blade 2 went definitely all CGI. So like, yeah, I ruined that one. But Wesley Snipes, like I said, very underrated actor.
Yes, definitely. I still need to see.
Have you ever seen Undisputed with him and Ving Rhames?
No.
Oh, that's a great fucking movie.
There was a Jump City. What is it?
New Jack City.
New Jack City.
Oh yeah,
I still
bro, that's
haven't
on
seen
your list, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I never
that'll be
got-
the next one I pick for you. Yeah, you'll love him in that.
Mm-hmm.
Nino Brown. Yeah, he's great in that. But so what are you rating it?
What do I rate this one? I don't even know. If you're a Bruce Willis fan and you haven't seen it, it's worth a watch. If you're into like noir gangster films, watch it. But if you don't fall into those two categories, don't fucking watch it. It's a waste of time.
A waste of time?
Yeah. I didn't gain anything from this movie. Like I don't know how to say it.
You didn't grow as a person?
I didn't grow as a brat.
That's fair.
My life didn't change because of this movie.
Right.
I hate that it was one color too, like orange.
Yeah?
Like brown orange. They fucking color graded this thing to be just orange.
Well, it's the West.
Yeah. It was so weird to have like that Western scene and then you have like gangsters and then we're going to do it all in film noir.
Feels like it should be in like Chicago or Brooklyn or something.
It is in Chicago. No, they're from Chicago or something like that. Chicago got thrown around a lot.
Yeah. The Italian guys are from
Yeah,
Chicago.
they're from Chicago.
But yeah, that's where you feel like this movie should take place and that kind of scenery.
Yeah, like
I wonder if that would have changed it for you. If that movie set in Chicago in the 1920s, 30s, where Capone's going crazy in it.
maybe. It was the dialogue though. It just fell flat to me sometimes. Like, I couldn't follow what they were even talking about half the time or cared.
I'll feel like an asshole if I don't at least give Michael Imperioli a shout out for being in this.
Was that Georgie?
Georgie.
He did a good job. I thought he
love him.
did it up. He did a good job. I
Well,
liked his character.
You know how much I love the fucking Sopranos.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, yeah, I'm a big Michael Imperioli fan. Spider, you fucking little prick. Yeah.
He was good. I liked him, and Christopher Walken was good, but everyone else.
But like I said, man, I think that's actually another one of the things I didn't like about the movie was the fact that they didn't use Christopher Walken enough.
Nah, not nearly enough. Even the last shootout was kind of boring. It was just a quick draw.
Yeah, it was like that's what they blew their load on with his, time.
Yeah.
We only got Chris for a day. Fuck. Well, we got one shootout, like 2 little stupid scenes where he talks for a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, he does shoot the fuck out of that Mexican.
You said this
fucking
movie
diner.
cost $67 million. I bet Bruce Willis got 42 of it.
Oh, I'm sure. This is back when he was expensive.
Yeah.
I'm sure Christopher Walken wasn't cheap either.
Oh no, that's I got another Christopher Walken movie that he's young that I think you'll. Well, I don't know if you'll like it. You probably won't like
Joe
it.
Dirt.
No, that movie's great. If you don't like Joe Dirt, you suck. Joe Dirt.
I haven't seen that many Christopher Walken movies. I usually only see him in the funny, like off the wall movies. But there is one that he's in that I've wanted to see. Isn't it Prophecy? Isn't that him?
Yeah, he's in that.
I see it on my like streaming services, and I want to like sit down and watch it.
It's crazy.
Is it?
It's like one of those ghost movies.
Yeah,
Some
there's
shit
like
that.
3 or 4 of them.
Yeah,
They made
he's
a
only
bunch of-
in the first one.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
They couldn't afford him for anymore.
But what one were you talking about?
Oh, King of New York.
I've seen that around.
Lawrence Fishburne.
I haven't watched it though.
David Koresh. I'm not a big David Koresh fan, but he's in it. Terrible acting. But Lawrence Fishburne shines in it. Steve Buscemi's in it for like 5 minutes.
Really?
And then just disappears. Don't kill him off or anything. You just don't see him anymore.
He's one of those exposition characters like, hey, we got to get the car
I
to the
think
fucking
his,
drop zone. And then he disappears.
He has a name and everything. He's in the like one of the coolest scenes of the movie. It's like right when the movie opens up, you're like, hell yeah, Steve Buscemi's in this, and then boop, that's it. No more Steve Buscemi. I think he's in for like one more scene after that he's done. But yeah, I'm gonna give that one to you too. But after New Jack City.
All right.
Well, I might spread them out, put a couple in between it because they're both similar style movies. They're about drugs and inner city and shit like that.
Yeah. Aren't they all though? It's all about drugs and money.
Yeah, well, they both have the same kind of vibe though.
Right.
Both shot around the same time.
So what do you rate this one? Like, how do you feel about this movie? Like, do you recommend it?
Like you said, like a Bruce Willis fan, I would definitely. And people that are just into like action movies, like dumb action movies.
Yeah.
Like if you just like a good shootout and don't really care about dialogue or plot.
If you can tolerate the dialogue and get through it, there's some cool action scenes.
Or if you're even if like some people I know, like they just love gangster movies so much they don't really care about anything other than like it could be just plain old stereotypical gangster shit and they'll still watch it just because they enjoy it.
Right.
But yeah, I'd probably give it a 7.
7?
Yeah.
That's pretty low, actually.
No, I mean it's not my like favorite Bruce Willis movie. But
True.
Yeah, 7. I think that's fair.
Word.
I don't remember what I gave Hudson Hawk.
I don't even remember, but that movie was terrible.
I love Hudson Hawk.
But at least Hudson Hawk was like fun at times.
Right.
I had no fun with this movie. Like even the shootouts, I would like rather watch Shoot 'em Up than watch this again.
Right.
So I have something I'm looking forward to. We talked briefly about it before.
Yeah, I really like this idea.
So I came up with the idea Greg's Death Box because I have a lot of B movies that I've been wanting to give you and that I want to watch. And I thought it would be funny for us to like watch them together and then talk about them afterwards. So the idea right now, because I'm trying to mix up War with Cinema a little bit,
Right.
make it a little more interesting. And
What you talking about, man? We're hella interesting.
I know, but just like
But yeah, it is a great
doing
idea.
something a little bit different.
And I think that it'll be really fun to see. Like you guys will get how much I either like or dislike the movie we're watching immediately. So
Right.
like my reaction, you're getting it at the same time I am.
So the idea is you're going to give me a movie And if I hate it like so much, it reaches a 0.
Well, this one wouldn't have made the cut, right? Like,
I don't know. It was coming close.
really?
Yeah, it was cutting it close.
Yeah.
Or if I just feel like I don't know what to give you and I just want you to reach in the death box. So I'm going to make a box, literal box, and I'm going to put movies in it. And they're going to be B movies that I've either seen or want to see. Mm-hmm. And we're going to watch them.
All right.
I'm going to record us watching them because I think it would be funny.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about them after we're done watching them.
I love that idea.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
I'm surprised you're on board because now you have to like.
Well, you know me, bro. Most of my jibs, most of my little punchlines and shit, they're off the cuff anyways.
Yeah.
And I get it while talking with people and shit like that. So I think it'll be great to get it live.
Hell
That's
yeah.
where I come up with my best shit. It's just on the spot.
So you want to hear some of the movies that I kind of have lined up for this? Like, this is just like a small portion.
Well, with something called Death Box, like, it's not really like, something I think I'm going to enjoy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, go ahead. Give me some of these gems.
I put The Room on there because neither of us have seen it. I've seen
Right.
supercuts, but let's sit down and actually watch it together, like the whole fucking thing.
Right.
I think that would be fun.
Well, I definitely want to see The Disaster Artist. So.
I put Hatchet on here. Do you know of this movie?
Nope.
It's kind of like a slasher horror film. So, funny story behind this one. I didn't see the first one. That's why I put it on here. But me and my buddies went to go watch Hatchet 2 that got theatrical release. This was opening night. We were the only people in the theater.
I bet.
And it wasn't like midnight.
If I've never heard of the first one, why would I have heard of the second one?
Yeah, it wasn't even a midnight thing either. It was like 7 o'clock at night. So it should have been at least a couple other people. No, we were literally the only ones there. Behind the Mask, I took this one from a list. It looked interesting.
Behind the Mask.
Yeah.
Never heard of that.
Thanksgiving. It's about a turkey that kills people on Thanksgiving.
Fuck you. Really?
And a shout out to Peter.
Peter
for recommending this one. Fucking Ice Pirates.
No way.
From the creators of Krull.
Get the fuck out of here, dude. They really filmed a movie called that? Like
Called Ice Pirates.
It's not like a gay themed Eskimo movie or something? Like,
gay Eskimos. That's what Ice Pirates is.
yeah, that's what I would call. Yeah, I don't know why that seems so fitting.
No, I watched the trailer. It looks worse than Krull, but it looks like a good time, so we're gonna put it in the box.
That does definitely sound like a gay porn, though. Ice Pirates.
Splice. You ever see this
No,
movie?
I've never seen Splice. It looked crazy as shit.
Yeah, it was The Cube, the movie that I gave you, Cube, the same director. They finally gave him a theatrical movie, and he just went fucking crazy with it. So we're gonna watch it
again.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a pretty crazy movie, so we'll watch that. Basket Case.
Never heard of that.
It's a cult film, so we'll see. Have you seen the Mario Brothers movie?
Yes, I love it.
Oh.
No, I don't. It's terrible, but like...
I was going to put it in the death box only because I wasn't sure if you've seen it or not, but it would be fun to revisit it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in forever.
No, it's fucking awful, but I love John Leguizamo.
I do love John Leguizamo, and I love Bob... What's his name? I don't know why I can't think of it.
I don't know his name.
The guy from Roger Rabbit.
Oh, right. I don't know his name, but I know what you're talking about.
Bob Huntley?
I don't know.
Shit, that's going to bother me. I know his name, too.
Well, let's stick it in there because it'll be fun to revisit and watch how shitty it is.
I think I saw it for sale a couple weeks ago, and I didn't buy it. I should have.
Yeah.
I love Dennis Hopper in it, too. He plays King Koopa.
He does a good job for what he has.
I mean, I didn't think everybody was on acid when they made that shit.
Me and my wife watched this one recently before War Cinema started back up, called Chasing Sleep.
Never heard of that.
Yeah, nobody's ever heard of it, but it's a pretty trippy movie.
Gotcha.
I might stick Tales of the Crypt in there, the Demon Knight movie.
Of course you are.
Because I love it, and I think you would have a good time watching it.
Demon Knight.
So, those are The Guyver.
The what?
I need to find this movie. It's called The Guyver. I watched it when I was a kid, and I
sure it's not The Giver?
No, The Guyver. There's this alien mechanism that if you put it on your forehead, it turns you into like this superhero and you have to fight these alien. I haven't seen this since I was a kid, so forgive me if I'm getting this wrong. But I remember this kid falling on it and it like absorbing itself into him, and he becomes the Guyver and he fights these alien monsters, which I remember the prosthetics looking fucking incredible. And there was just this one scene of the monsters just like ripping it out of his forehead, and it had all these like wires and stuff coming out, but full of blood. It was crazy. It's a crazy movie, but
you know what that movie kind of reminds me of? Not like with the blood and shit, but Star Kid. Did you ever see that?
No.
It had the kid from Jurassic Park. He was like a teenager in that one. I love that movie.
I didn't watch it. I know. I think I have heard. No, you're talking about the spaceship one. The kid rides on the spaceship. No, that's the Navigator.
What?
Have you heard of the Navigator?
No.
Okay, so this kid is riding on a spaceship, and it's going around Earth, showing different parts of. Now I just sound like a dumbass because I don't even remember what this movie's about. I just remember this kid riding on this crazy ass spaceship.
No, the movie Star Kid, I remember it. Like this kid, he's the fucking some kind of the last hope of like an alien race or whatever. Like they sent him because it's like no, that's definitely not it.
Oh, you never seen that though?
No, I never seen that.
That's a pretty old ass movie.
Yeah, look up Star Kid.
Star Kid.
I haven't seen it in like 30 years. No, it's not 30 years, but it's been a while. I remember seeing it when I was in like.
Oh, I do remember like this cover.
There it is, dude. There it is.
I didn't watch it though, but yeah, it kind of like looks similar. Oh my god, it looks awful. Dude, that looks terrible.
Cutting Edge in 1997.
Oh my god.
Some of my comics, I think, have like advertisements for that movie.
Dude, I'm gonna put it on the fucking death box because I want to watch it.
Yeah, we've seen Star Kid.
It looks pretty bad.
Oh, it's probably terrible.
Let's put it in there because like, and if there's anything you want to add, like I want to keep this for like really shit movies.
Right.
So.
Shit movies that we enjoy, or just
yeah, because I enjoy some of them.
Do you?
Yeah, but I understand how bad they are, and
right. You just have good fun with it.
Yeah, kind of like, but Troll 2 level bad.
Okay. Well, that's tough because I don't usually watch those.
Yeah, I know. But if you ever come across one, and you're like Star Kid.
There's been ones I've seen. Like, you know what's like a really bad movie that just like everybody that's ever heard of it says it's bad, but I don't honestly know? Fucking Geely with Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
I've never actually seen it, but everybody
Are you being serious?
Yeah, I've never seen it, but like everybody says it's like the worst movie they've ever watched.
Well, you just add it to the death box, so.
And this is why I don't give notes. This is why I don't give notes.
Because it is. It's fucking terrible. I watched it because I wanted to see. Like, people kept putting it, and I'm like, but it has Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. Like, how bad can it be? And it's fucking terrible.
That was when they were together, right?
Yeah, I think they were.
Was it worse than Jersey Girl?
Jersey Girl wasn't bad, though.
It wasn't good, though, either. I don't know. I do kind of like Jersey Girl. It's like that was probably a guilty pleasure. You know, I feel like shit too because it's like, well, no, I take that back because Yoga Hosers is fucking terrible.
Yeah, it is.
I was gonna say
I couldn't finish it.
It was the worst. But I also didn't like Tusk either. But I didn't mind Tusk as bad as I didn't like Yoga Hosers.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jersey Girl, I kind of like it, but it's like a guilty pleasure.
No, it's terrible. It's way worse than Jersey Girl.
But,
it's just him, her. From what I remember, I've seen it years ago, but it's him and her. She's a lesbian, and they have to give this specially handicapped kid up to somebody for some reason, because I guess he has information, but they end up just driving off with him to save him. But it's just him and her like bullshitting, like Ben Affleck trying to turn this lesbian.
Okay.
It's fucking. I remember it being really, really bad.
That sounds bad.
Yeah. So yeah.
Never saw Vanilla Sky all the way either.
Really?
Yeah, I only watched up to the car crash.
I haven't seen it in like 15 years. I remember liking it though. I remember really, really liking it.
Right. There's a couple movies that like I think I hated them, and then I think back on them, and I'm like, some of them were okay.
Yeah.
Like 48 Hour Photo. Like I didn't enjoy that when I first watched it.
Yeah, because you don't want to watch Robin Williams be a creep.
And then I literally like I saw it again like for some reason, and I watched it. And I was just like, he's creepy as fuck, but I think that's what he was going for. So
Yep.
like,
He did a good job.
just proves how good of an actor he
I
is.
own that movie because I love it so much.
I think I do too, but I think it's just because I own all Robin Williams movies.
Right.
But yeah, there's only a couple I ain't got, almost, or that I don't care about. Like I don't care about Dead Poets Society.
That's one of his best though.
I mean, he does a good job. I just like don't give a shit about the movie. Like rich kids at a fucking prep school. Like I don't give a
I
fuck
guess,
about that.
but I really liked it. Jack.
It's not one of my favorites.
Yeah, I know. I
It's kind
figured
of
you did.
gross. Like, yeah. But I just remember that's what I took away from that movie. Like, I remember being 10 a little bit, and I don't remember being that fucking nasty. Like, I washed my hands, wiped my ass properly. I didn't fart in cans and shit, like whatever they were doing. And I'm like, who the fuck did this in their childhood?
I mean, the farting in cans, yeah, but everything else, like,
I mean, the nudie bags and shit like that, yeah. But like, I was just like, who the fuck shits in cans? Like,
we were raised differently.
I guess. Or like the fact that he was like, well, I mean, I get it because he didn't have any friends, but like, I mean, I'd never be best friends with my parents like that. Like, it's just like, oh yeah, cool, get out of my room.
Yeah, you're right.
And the whole concept of the movie is just fucking bananas.
It is fucking weird.
That
This
he's
guy
like
mentally,
40,
yeah,
and he looks 20, or he's 10, and he looks 40.
right.
It's just crazy.
Did you ever watch the Curious Case of Benjamin Button?
Nope.
That's a long fucking movie.
I got from the previews, I got the gist of it. I
Yeah,
was
that's
like,
all you really
I'm
need.
Good, yeah.
This kid is born an old man,
And then like
and
grows
then he
young.
Yeah, he
dies
grows
a
young
baby.
and dies as a baby.
Oh, that's sad.
It's pretty sad.
And then the chick he like marries is like breastfeeding him at the end and shit.
I don't remember, but
I don't know.
it's 3 hours long.
Oh shit!
It's a long fucking
So
movie.
it was his whole life for real.
Yep.
Wow, that's crazy.
hmm
Yeah, I love Brad Pitt, but I ain't seen that one.
The only reason I watched it is because I don't know why, but I was like hanging out with my friend's mom, and she put on that movie, and I just sat there and watched it the whole time. I think he went and took a nap or something. I don't even know, but I sat there with his mom and watched that movie, the whole 3 hours of it, and I was like, that was a long movie, and this was a weird way to do this.
And then you banged his mom. Way to go, bro. You fucking savage. That's why you're the beast, bro.
I didn't. I
Watched
promise.
The Curious Case of Benjamin Button and then buttoned all over her face, bro.
No.
Fucking like, that's for you, bro.
That didn't happen.
That's why you're in the Hall of Fame. It's fucking great, dude. Did you tell him?
I didn't fuck his mom.
Tell that story like that next time.
Yeah, I ended like Stifler's mom.
And I banged the shit out of his mom on the couch.
I know, right?
So it made the movie great. I own it. That's how you swing a movie, bro.
Once a year, I go and revisit those memories.
Even Tad did a little self-made video on the end of the Benjamin Button DVD. Theme music just playing. But what were we talking? Oh yeah, speaking of Brad Pitt, I was just thinking about this. I watched Inglourious Basterds the other day, and you know why I think I didn't like that movie the first time I watched it?
Mm-hmm.
It's not enough fucking of the bastards, man.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, who gives a shit about that girl? Like, I don't know.
And they concentrate on her way too long.
Really,
Like I
did.
said, you can cut like almost an hour of her out, and it would be a better movie.
And same thing with Christopher Waltz. Like, I got it, but it was just like, bro, like, we get it. He's fucking smarter than everybody, and he picks up on anything.
No.
Like, but Jesus. Like,
Yeah, it hung on certain parts way too long for me.
and like the good shit didn't last long at all.
Yep.
Like that, I could have watched 3 hours of that damn of the Bear Jew, just watching Eli Roth just crash dudes Nazis' heads in with a baseball bat.
Right.
I could have literally watched that for 3 hours.
Yeah, that's
was
what I
good.
thought it was going to be, but it's not.
Yeah, it's really not. But it's still a good movie. Like, I enjoy it
no.
more because of that, but like, it's still a good movie.
Yeah, I didn't say it was a bad movie. I just like, if you could cut like almost an hour out of that boring extra footage, it'd be a lot better for me.
That's why it's like the middle of my Tarantino favorites. Yeah. It's like 5 or 6 probably.
Mm-hmm. And we're not doing another Quentin Tarantino. We did that twice on the podcast.
I fucking love Tarantino, man. Give us something else, bro. Give us a Star Trek movie. You know he's talking about that.
He has
though.
one more coming, so it might be.
That's what he was talking about, doing a Star Trek movie.
That's what I'm saying. He has one more movie to do, and he like threw around. He might do a Star Trek movie.
You gonna go do it? You gonna go see it?
I mean, I'll see it, yeah, but I don't think he'll do it.
You don't think he will? I think he could. But like bringing back Patrick Stewart,
That would feel weird because he's a very like grindhousey, old school movie director, and Star Trek is sci-fi and futuristic. I just feel like they don't mesh, but he might pull it off.
I want to see him do something he hadn't done before.
Yeah, that's
if he's
true.
only gonna do one movie, I mean, it doesn't have to be Star Trek, obviously, but like anything.
Yeah, David Fincher kind of did that.
Did he?
Yeah, he has a style, and then he did The Social Network, which is still kind of dark and gritty, but I felt like it was a departure from the rest of his other films.
I mean, honestly, Aaron Soderbergh,
Yeah, something like that.
he read that motherfucker so well that like it was a layup.
Yeah,
He laid it off the backboard for him.
true.
But yeah, I do like The Social Network.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of rolling the first movies, that and Alpha Dog, where I was like, all right, Justin Timberlake's not just a douchebag. He can act a little bit.
He can. He actually can really act.
He's not a bad actor.
And I wish he would do more comedies because, oh my God,
He's great
fucking
in
hilarious.
he's great in comedies, man.
Yes, he is.
Even though that shitty one he did with Ashton Kutcher's wife, Mila Kunis,
Mm-hmm.
fucking Friends with Benefits.
Yeah,
Isn't that what it's called?
I remember like it was a funny movie, like
it was okay.
entertaining.
Like, yeah, it was the worst thing I've ever seen.
Right.
But yeah, and The Love Guru, that movie sucked balls, but he was funny.
He was the best
Played
part
the
of that
French
fucking
Canadian
movie. Oh my
goalie. That
God.
shit was hilarious. Lecoq
I was
or whatever,
laughing
some shit
my
like that.
ass off.
Yeah, he was alright. He had like a little fro,
Yeah.
porn stash. Yeah, dude, that was great.
That was
And
the
it Lecoq.
only funny part about that movie. God, that movie makes me uncomfortable because it's so not funny.
It's so fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, that's when I was like, Mike Myers needs to just stop.
Yeah.
Do Wayne's World 3 before you do this shit. Like,
Mhm.
'cause I'd much rather see a Wayne's World 3 than that.
Yes.
Or anything else that he's done.
Cat in the Hat?
Oof, that's tough. I didn't think he did a bad job at Cat in the Hat.
So-
They tried to piggyback off the Grinch.
Right, but I like The Cat in the Hat not because it's a good movie, just because it's so fucking silly. It's just so weird and bizarre and just off the cusp, like just oddity.
He kind of creeps me out to look at him in that movie.
It does. It's very creepy.
I don't know what it was. Maybe it's just because Jim Carrey's that good, but like he kills the Grinch.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't have that feeling when I watched Mike Myers and the Cat in the Hat.
No.
Maybe
It's-
maybe that's what he was going for.
It may be. Creepy cat.
My kids don't even like that one.
No, nobody does. I don't like it. I just think it's fascinating to watch.
I've seen it. I remember seeing it, but
It's going in the bin. No, just kidding. I'm not putting that shit in there. So I want to make like an actual physical box. I'm probably going to do that soon.
And I just gotta get up here lottery style.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Probably going to line them up, and then you can just like feel around and pick one out, and then we have to watch it.
I'm down.
Hell yeah.
I'm down.
But that's pretty much all for this episode.
We'll see y'all later.
Yep. Next episode, we're doing Shoot 'em Up.
Shoot 'em up.
Are you excited? Because I'm excited. I haven't watched this in a really, really long time.
The only thing I really remember liking about this movie was Paul Giamatti.
Yeah.
Like, he playing a good job. But we'll see.
Yeah.
I like Clive Owen.
Clive Owen is amazing, and I love him in this.
You know what was a good one with Clive Owen is
Sin City.
oh yeah, for sure. But
Children of Men.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
Kicking ass.
Hell yeah.
Oh, and Munich.
I haven't seen
no,
Munich.
that's not Munich. That's Eric Bana. But he kicks ass in that one too.
I didn't see Munich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll put it on the list for you.
Yeah, because I've heard it referenced a lot, but I never got around to watching it.
You know what? It's stupid, but like Knocked Up's the reason why I watched it. You know what movie I just watched the other day? Fucking Munich.
Yeah,
I fucking
Eric
love
Bana kicked
Munich.
fucking ass.
Usually the Jews are getting their ass kicked, but in this one he's like taking fucking names, man. Yeah. I was like, I've never heard of that shit, so I went and watched it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
My buddies, when I worked at Walmart, they stayed up all night drinking fucking Smirnoff watching Munich. I was like, okay.
Wow.
That's the only reason I knew about it.
Yeah, I own it. So.
Do you own it?
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
Pretty sure I do.
That's surprising.
Yeah, I think I do. I'll have to look for it.
Yeah.
It's in there with you, Youth and Revolt. It's in there somewhere. I just gotta find it. I gotta get that fucking DVD show finished.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, but I can't wait. This is definitely gonna be something I enjoy. The Death Box.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Because I'm already suffering through these movies. I'm thinking to myself, like, man, Greg should at least be suffering through this shit with me.
Yeah, exactly. Because some of the, like I said, some of them I haven't seen, so.
That's even better.
Oh, you know what I didn't put on there?
What?
The Fanatic.
What was that one again?
Are you Fred Durst?
Oh, fuck. Yeah. I keep thinking of The Fan. I love that one.
That is pretty great. But The Fanatic is kind of what got this ball rolling because I want to watch it so bad, but I want you to watch it too. And I want to talk about it. And I figured it gave me the idea, let's watch it together and just have fun with it because we're both going to be suffering.
Yeah. Because just what you have told me is just like, how'd this even get made?
Yeah, I made a buddy at work watch the trailer. He's like, dude, this looks like the worst movie I've ever seen. I was like, I know, right? He's like, I kind of want to see it.
Hell yeah.
All right, but that's coming soon. Deathbox, I'm going to be working on it. I don't know when it's going to come, but it'll be here soon, hopefully. But next time, shoot 'em up.
Shoot 'em up.
See you then.
Later.